And Meg in the background. Hey baby. Oh, my tag. Okay. Hey everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. So yeah, the topic for this week's video is favorite historical time or era, period, however you want to label it. And Joey, I really liked your video. I personally am not like a super fan of the 60s, but you made me really interested in it. Alana, I've actually really liked the Egyptian time period, and I liked your take on it too. My topic will be about the Victorian era, but I can't really sum it up in just one video because it's so diverse and there's so much to talk about, and my sister is right here off screen, and she is a super fan of the Victorian period. Like, you think I'm crazy about it, she is definitely 10 times more crazy about it. I have like a whole script here, but I don't even know if I'm gonna go off of it because Jenny's right here to tell us some of her favorite things.
That's a big ass script.
I know.
It began in 1837 with the rise to royalty of 18-year-old Queen Victoria. The Victorian era was a time of great social and industrial change. I'm sorry, if I was more, if I was less tired, I would be better at this.
Mm-hmm. Get up for Jenny! Woo!
No, I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
No, it's fine. Please ignore my CocaCola pants. This is the epitome of just, like, being tired and, mental health struggles, but not really wanting to, you know, like, I'm kind of, like, half decently dressed. I'm like, okay, I have to film this video. Everyone's gonna know I look good for my shirt, right? No, I have my fucking CocaCola PJ pants on. This is me. This is who I am. Right, anyways. It's funny how a lot of people on Tumblr and online think they know the Victorian era, but they completely get it wrong. I can't tell you how many people have mislabeled things on the internet, especially Tumblr, and it annoys the crap out of me. I have scrolled through Tumblr for a long time to look at Victorian gift sets, but they're labeled as Regency, or even worse, Georgian.
Or the other way around.
Or, yeah. And it's like, I don't get it. How? Just Google search. Just look at the outfits. If someone's wearing a huge powdered wig, I'm pretty sure it's not Victorian era, okay? The Victorian era mainly consisted of hoop skirts, bustles, but not just that. There was a lot.
Gigo sleeves.
In the 90s.
People get it wrong so often. They don't do the research.
I feel like, and it happens in movies and TV shows, and it's like, especially if you're doing that, like, if you're aiming for historical accuracy and you say that your movie is based on historical stuff, get it right. Or just don't put it in a historical time period, because if you get it wrong, it looks so awkward, and it's all on you. I'm hopefully studying to be an American Studies major that is subject to change, but I've always been a lover of historical stuff, especially the Victorian period. And yes, I understand the Victorian period was not great for everyone. I totally get that. It was only great for the white rich guys. I get that. Total shit for everyone else. I can still like the fashion.
That being said, there still was a lot of social change.
Yeah.
I mean, it was building towards something.
It wasn't, like, exactly stagnant throughout the whole thing. I think especially towards, like, the end, towards the Edwardian period, they were definitely changing things. Thinking, like, our modern, you know, era that, like, you know, fashion is changing all the time. That's true, but imagine being in the Victorian period and it changes, like, so many times.
Every decade.
I'd be the one person just wearing the stuff from, like, you know, like the 1860s, it's like 1880s, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm like, computer, calm down. Gotta hold her up. She's like blowing. Okay. Technology does not like me. Out of the Victorian period, I like the 1870s and 1880s, purely just because of the fashion. I think the 1860s with the hoop skirts is a little too much. Towards the beginning of the 1870s, I'm not really a fan of because it's still, like, extra. Towards the end and into the 1880s, I like how the bustle formed more and it wasn't as, like, extra, as I was saying. And then I think in the 90s, it kind of got slim and kind of weird.
Styles became more masculine for females because...
Which is interesting.
They're trying to assert themselves in the workplace more and among males. Which also, if you want to reference females wanting to assert themselves, there was the Gibson girl ideal, which until recently I assumed was totally feminist, which actually wasn't. Apparently the Gibson girl was like, oh, this woman is liberated, but not so much that she wants the vote. So it's like up until a certain extent, she's free. And,
not enough to have free thought, free will. This video's all over the place. I have a tummy ache. I don't feel good mentally right now, as you guys already know. I messaged you guys in the group chat. I'm just not feeling well recently, and I kind of stopped just talking about my mental illness shit online because, like, who wants to hear about that? Just screaming into the void. But sometimes I feel like I have to address it. I don't know, maybe we'll have another mental health week on this channel. We can all vent and give each other some tips. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Week.
Or positivity week, that would be even better. Speaking of positivity, yeah, talking about the Victorian period mostly makes me happy. I really like delving into that time period. And I love watching historical shows. If you guys have any historical shows that you guys have watched recently, I've watched Downton Abbey. I watched some of Reign. It wasn't completely historically accurate and also just was boring to me. Sorry. And I watched some of Mildred Pierce, which was interesting. But if you have anything like that, it doesn't even have to be Victorian. Just tell me because I will literally eat that shit up. This video was a mess. Thank you for watching anyways. And we'll be back next week, hopefully. Bye.